House Freedom Caucus leaders Reps. Mark Meadows, RNC, and Jim Jordan, RO, have been very busy lately concerning Mueller's witch hunt against President Trump over Russian collusion. We all saw the grueling and arrogant testimony of FBI agent Peter Strzok this week, 12 hours of non-stop painful lying. His lover, Lisa Page, testified behind closed doors yesterday and will finish up Monday. So, it is obvious that these two men have had a lot of unpleasantness on their plates. They have really been in there fighting for what is right and for Americans in general. Meadows and Jordan are prepping to impeach Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein according to 3 conservative Capitol Hill sources. Good. Rosenstein came out yesterday with indictments against 12 Russian GRU officers, which is all well and good, but it says a couple of things. First off, as Alan Dershowitz sagely pointed out, there was never a need for a special counsel in the first place, and the indictments prove that. Second, I question Rosenstein's timing of the announcement. He did it while President Trump was meeting with Queen Elizabeth and just a couple of days before Trump has a summit with Putin. I'm sure this was to put pressure on Trump to call Putin out on his election meddling, which he should do. But this kind of heavy-handed pressure is inappropriate and disrespectful to President Trump. Evidently, Meadows and Jordan have been preparing to impeach Rosenstein for weeks over allegations that he's held up their investigation into FBI agents who some lawmakers say are biased against President Trump. Lisa Page ignored subpoenas for 7 months to testify. It turns out that the DOJ never notified her. Freedom Caucus Chairman Mark Meadows said on Friday afternoon it appears the DOJ is continuing their efforts to keep material facts and even witnesses from Congress. Meadows tweeted, "Remarkably, we learned new information today suggesting the DOJ had not notified Lisa Page of Congress' outstanding interview requests for over 7 months now." The DOJ, FBI appear to be continuing their efforts to keep material facts, and perhaps even witnesses, from Congress. The impeachment document could be filed as soon as Monday, according to Politico. Ben Williamson, a spokesman for Meadows, declined to rule out if it would be filed next week. This news came down yesterday right after Rosenstein held his briefing to indict the 12 Russians for allegedly hacking the Democratic National Committee and who Putin will never turn over. It was symbolic. House Freedom Caucus Chairman Mark Meadows, in fact, had the impeachment document on the floor of the House at the very moment that Rosenstein spoke to reporters and TV cameras Friday. Republicans could also try to hold Rosenstein in contempt of Congress, if they want to go a step further before impeachment. I am no fan of Rosenstein. I have not been one since the beginning, and I applaud this move by Meadows and Jordan. It's long overdue. After Jeff Sessions recused himself from the Russia probe, Rosenstein took over. He has done a horrific job as far as I'm concerned and should be replaced. As I understand it, Rosenstein is the only one with the legal authority to fire Mueller, and for all the world he looks like he's in cahoots with the special counsel. Republicans are going to get hit either way on this. If Rosenstein stays, the witch hunt against President Trump will continue unabated until the end of his first term and possibly the second one as well. That hamstrings many things the right is trying to accomplish, which is why the left is doing this in the first place. If Rosenstein is impeached, and he should be, the left will cry foul and all heck will break loose in Congress. You ain't seen nothing yet. Rosenstein has clashed with House Republicans for months, with Rosenstein insisting that he's working to comply with the GOP's intensive demands for documents, some directly relevant to Mueller's ongoing probe, but somehow he never produces the documents needed. He's deliberately stalling, and Republicans have had just about enough of this crap. House Judiciary Committee Chairman Bob Goodlatte, RVA, has made it abundantly clear that he doesn't consider Rosenstein out of the woods yet. He blames Rosenstein for limiting Strzok's ability to reveal details of his work as well. That's called obstruction. Rosenstein, who has oversight over the FBI and of the Mueller investigation, is where the buck stops, he said. Congress has been blocked today from conducting its constitutional oversight duty. There is little doubt in my mind that Rosenstein is corrupt and should be removed. Friday, Rep. Mark Meadows hinted once again Rosenstein attempted to obstruct oversight. Rosenstein was defiant. smug and laughed off lawmakers during a recent congressional hearing and refused to answer many of their questions. It's time to deal with him and put an end to this and run around President Trump and his constitutional powers and presidential duty.